What's going on, everybody? It's your boy High Rod coming back with another YouTube video on Withering Waves. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite teams that I like to use when it comes down to just playing the game in general. You know, when I'm roaming the world, farming challenges, doing TOA, all that jazz. We're just going to be, you know, going over what I think are some good teams, have some good synergies, and yeah. I'm going to be going over the pay to win option since I do spend money in this game, and I'm also going to be going over like some free to play options, you know, just based off your account, my assumptions on how a free to play account would be. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So I'm going to be starting off with the first team. I'm probably going to just be playing, I don't know if I want to be farming these tacit fields right here, but whatever I need to farm, I'll probably just do that with the team that I'm talking about. So the first team here I like to use is going to be, this is like my beginning team. This is something like when I'm first starting out in the game, if you're a newcomer or a new spender, and you know, you got Gion. Right now there's a bunch of like, units out, so this is like very beginning when it was only Gion, Rover, you know, and then Verena. Obviously you could run Bizy for another healer of that nature, but this was my first team that I run. I usually don't run it as much because there's some other better options, as we'll go over later on in the video, but you know, this one was pretty decent. You know, anytime Verena's in the team, she's always going to be good, you know, just increasing that attack. And then obviously the more dupes you have of Rover, she's going to be good. Probably you want to use Havoc Rover. I think Havoc is better when it comes down to like just overall terms. As for me, I only built out my Spectrum Rover, so that's why I use the Spectre Rover. So, but anytime you have Gion on a team, he's gonna pop off, man. Like, this dude is insanely busted. And just like the ability to clump together enemies is gonna be insane. So like, that's really what Gion is, you know, just clumping together groups of enemies while doing some massive damage in the process. Now if you're super casual, then you're probably not really like timing out, switch canceling, all that jazz. Like, I wouldn't say I'm like super sweaty when it comes to, you know, switch canceling and all that, but you know, if you really want to look into that, then you could get, because this game does go like much deeper than just spamming buttons, timing dodges and all that. So because if you time your switch cancels right, you know, you could still get the attack from the other character while attacking with the new switched in unit. So you could do a quick ult on Verena and then immediately swap over, get that intro skill. Or you could do that with Gion, immediately swap over, do that with Rover, combine skills. You can just swap back and forth. Some units swap faster than others, but you know, you'll learn that as you just continue to play the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these rewards. Ooh, 4 echoes. Alright. So I'm looking for, that's actually pretty good, the fusion with the fusion damage bonus. I usually lock, anytime you get an echo with like, that has the stat with the stat bonus, you usually want to lock it just so you can kind of go back to it in the future. That's kind of good too. Alright. So bear with me, we're gonna go, actually I'm gonna do this again with a different team. I was gonna go somewhere else, but I do need those tacits or those echoes, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Alright. And then as you can see in my builds in this team, my Rover is very subpar. I do have the signature 5-star weapon, but only at level 50. That crit rate does help out tremendously. I have her ascended to 70, but not upgraded to 70. So you can see that there. She was working at 60. my echoes are like bare minimum, man. I haven't even started getting golds. I do have the golds to put on her. It's just a matter of switching them out, but I haven't used her to where I do want to switch her out. And then when I do, I have Havoc echoes I'm gonna be putting on her anyway, so she's gonna be chilling with the Havoc set. The skills bare minimum. I don't even have, you know, the main skill, which is rubber against 15% attack increase for 5 seconds upon casting heavy attack res. So if you have that, obviously your team's gonna do much more damage than mine. I don't think she does any like buffs. Yeah, she doesn't do any like major buffs. Character. Yeah, so if she does, then you can let me know down in the comments what I missed. But yeah, and then my Verena, my Gion doesn't even have his main skill. That's what I'm going for right now. So that team was kind of bare minimum. We'll get into my better teams later on, but yeah, the skills are bare minimum. The echoes are bare minimum for Gion. You know, I don't even have all golds yet. These, I just have really good crit damage rolls on these. That's why I haven't gotten rid of them. So crit damage, crit rate, I don't want to get rid of that. Crit rate, crit damage is 70% row on a blue. I don't want to get rid of that unless I get a gold with 7, you know, crit damage row. Then I'll do that. And then I have a crit rate arrow predator. I just haven't got any predators. So yeah, bare minimum. That team is, you know, if you're free to play, it's probably the best team you want to run, because I'm assuming you probably got Gion in the beginning, unless you rerolled for the Gion Yinlin. But yeah, there's a even more free to play option later on down the road. We'll get to that. So without further ado, we're going to jump into our second team, which is going to be the Cao Charl, Yinlin, and Jian Shin team. So this one's really good because I like to just pile up units with Jian Shin. Yinlin attacks multiple units. Jian Shin kind of pulls them all together. So I like to kind of pull them all together while Yinlin just kind of hits that big burst. And then Cao Charl's in there to kind of sweep it up. Obviously, you can kind of run this team with, I do have another version of this team with Verena. We're going to be doing 1-1 just to get the attack buff. So you can either get an attack buff, you can either get the grouping together of, it's just insane. Now this team right here, I do have, is much more invested in, as you can see. Let's go ahead and let's deploy. And let's check it out. So this team is much more invested, as you can see. They are level 70. I try to keep like 2 highly invested and then 1 kind of mid invested unit, so in a team, just to kind of balance it out, because I don't want to like full, or I don't want it to be like full, what's the word I'm looking for, I guess sweaty, or I don't know. But yeah, I'll level them up all even in the future. For now, this is what I got. So as you can see, I have Gion's weapon on him just for that crit damage. It's immaculate, man. 226 with 40%. That's what we're rocking. I do want to get more crit rate, but as you can see, his echoes are a little bit more built out, more golds. That's basically what we're getting from our echoes right here. 35% crit rate, 31% damage, yada yada yada. 50% electro bonus, all that jazz. As you can see here, the skills are a little bit more upgraded, and then I do have the main third forte activated here. No Eidolons or no awakenings yet. As for Yinlin, we had 2 awakenings on her, so you know, this is like more of a pay to win team. I do want to get to E4 at least, but for now that's what we're rocking with. As you can see, she's rocking 209 crit damage, 51% crit rate. Got her signature weapon level 70, full maxed out gold echoes, and most of these are actually pretty decent. Let's see, they're not like fully upgraded, but they have decent rows on them. This one could be a little bit better, but you know, we're gonna rock with it, we're gonna roll with it. And yeah, and then I did lose a 50-50 to Jian Shin, so you know, she gains an 100% extra chi from basic attacks, which is pretty cool. Skills aren't really upgraded to the max, but you know, when we do, this is going to be really good because the shield that you get increases by 20%. So the fact that she gives you a shield is pretty good. I have an arrow damage set on her, you know, but the rows are horrific. I haven't even started upgrading her yet. You know, she's mid with Hollow Mirage. That's not even like the weapon I want to give her, but you know, we rock with it. We do what we gotta do, and yeah. Like I said, I usually run this team with Verena just because I'm still trying to build out my Jianshin, but yeah, so this is what I do with this team. I usually start with Yinlin. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna start with Jianshin just to kind of get that shield. Group them up, show you what I like to do. Forte, ult, boom, next round of enemies, and then here's cluster, and then I think we still have an electric damage bonus, so we're just gonna do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We just rinse and repeat that same method. I really like her ability to just clump up units when her forte is max. So she's gonna be a really good unit when I build her up. But honestly, I could just run a team with Yinlin and Coucharo, and that's good enough. So that's the second team. I really like that one. That's probably my main team that I use. Obviously, switching out the Verena for Yinlin, or Jianshin. Sorry, excuse me. So we're gonna do. Let's see. We're gonna do one of that. Cool. And then we're I'm gonna stay farming these echoes. So yeah, our next team is the same one for Verena. We're just gonna go through 2 more teams, and then you know we'll be done. I'm gonna do one more time here. This is the same team with Verena though. I usually keep Verena in, start with that 20% attack. Unless she doesn't have her skill, then I have to kind of fight for it. Unless I can get someone else's like intro, then I'll come back to Verena. Boom, there we go. We're gonna ult her. We're gonna ult with Yinlin. Oh, that was like good timing for him. And then we'll Coucharo. As you can see, it's a little bit faster with Verena because you're getting that attack increase. So yeah, that's gonna be my favorite team right there. That's the team that I really push for with tacits and all that, TOA, all that jazz. That's gonna be the team that I use. So I'm gonna get to the next boss and then I'll come right back. So give me 1 second. Alright guys, we're back at the other boss now. So I'm gonna be showing my last 2 teams on this stage right here. So current team's lower level. We're gonna be facing some level what is it, 65 enemies, but that's gonna be okay though. It gives us a chance to showcase. So we're gonna be rocking with this team right here. We're gonna be going into the Gion Mortefi Verena team. Our Mortefi is E6, so you know, if it looks like he's OP, yeah, that's probably why. He's not like super built out, but we can go over him. He does have cadenza, rocking gold echoes, energy regen. I don't even have his main skill yet. So, but you know, this is what we are rocking with. The incoming character has their heavy damage, so that's really what you're going for. You know, getting that heavy damage amplified by 38% until they switched off. Thankfully, his E6 is pretty juicy. It's going to be when Violent Finale is cast, attack of all team members is increased by 20% for 20 seconds. That's what we're going for. That's a beast. If you can you know, towards the future, everyone is gonna eventually have an E6 Mortefi. If you do, I'd recommend just putting him in the team with a good damage dealer. You know, he basically could be a sub DPS while you have your healer. Now obviously I just like switching out healers because if in a TOA you can't really use Verena that much, so you know, just being able to switch between Baizi and Verena, it's gonna come in handy. Now hopefully it switched the team. If not, then I have to go back and switch it myself. Okay, no, it did. So for this team, we're gonna kind of do some quick switches here just to kind of build up skills. Alright, cool. So we're gonna get the intro. The only thing here is like it's more of a single target until you really get Gion in here. But once you get those buffs off, oh man, Gion is gonna go for a field run because you basically have, I don't know if the attack increases stack from Verena and Mortefi. But yeah, that's pretty much the moves. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and then I mean, you could pretty much run this team with any DPS. If you have Verena but you don't have Baizi by some chance, or don't have her built, and you don't have Gion, you probably have Donjin. You know, you could run Donjin instead of Gion. But yeah, that's gonna be team number 4. That's really a good team to run. I'll run it like in TOA for like a weaker stage or something, but for the most part, that is, you know, more of my like free to play or more of my lower built teams. Because if you do get some copies of the 4 stars, man, these 4 stars can kick ass, bros. Like, so if you get some good copies of like Mortefi, if you get good copies of Donjin, you know, they can pop off, bro. So don't exclude the 4 stars because, or the A-list characters, because they can do some heavy damage. All right, last team is gonna be the very free to play Rover Mortefi Baizi team. We're gonna try to knock out these 65 enemies. It's gonna be pretty slow, but this is the last team of the video, so you can check it out how it would run. Like I said, I do have E6 Mortefi. I think Baizi's E4. Baizi E4, man, that's a crazy unit because then she gets a revive off, which is like the only unit in the game I think that offers a revive. So if you get E4 Baizi, man, I would recommend building her out because that's gonna come in handy in TOA. And I think glacial damage is increased here, so alright, so we're gonna do this. I think we get rejuvenated. Do a quick switch, the Rover. We got 20% attack increase, so Rover's gonna clean up. Yeah, I think Havoc Rover is probably a little bit better, but like I said, I haven't built out my Havoc Rover. Mostly probably everybody here watching the video probably has, so I recommend using the Havoc Rover. She probably does way more damage if you built her out. So as you can see, this definitely gets slower, you know, without like a major DPS or without like a good combination, a good synergy. Sure, the synergies are good here, but these are more like single targets, not really good for groups. So, you know, you're really gonna struggle when it comes to like these time challenges or something. So we just want to take all the buffs we can. We get the heavy attacks. We want to use our boom. Alright, cool. So as you can see, that team is really good. You know, if you're free to play, you got no other options. Obviously, just build out those teams because that is going to be your best bet. But yeah, man, that's really all I have for you. That's like the 5 teams that I really like using. I can go over some honorable mentions. I know this video has been kind of long. Sorry for the long videos, but it's just a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff to go over. Some honorable mentions that I have. Obviously, like I said, Donjon's really good. Yan Wu can be good because if you get him to like E4 or something, he gives you a shield too. Sun Hua, you know, all these units have potential. The more copies you get, Chixia is good. Like, you know, they're all good. But as far as for me, you know, that's the teams. These are the teams that I like running. Preferably, my favorite is going to be this one right here. But you know, either any of these will get you through the content of the game. It's not too hard right now. Maybe it won't get you like full Doritos on adversities, but it'll get you far. Anyways, I do hope you appreciated the video, enjoyed the video. Thanks for all the support you guys have been putting out on my AFK journey videos, on my other Wuthering Waves videos. You know, they are popping off slowly but surely. I do appreciate everything. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been your boy High Rye, and I'm gonna see all you lovely faces next time. Peace.